and welcome to Asset Television News. I am Emanuela Akwaya. First, the headlines. Obasanjo, Peter Obi, caution on future of Nigeria's democracy. Boko Haram victim freed after conviction. Lassa fever cases rises in Nigeria as Edo top chart. Now the news in detail. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State has directed the Ministry of Water Resources to take immediate action in regulating the activities of sand miners operating around water treatment plants across the state.
In a statement issued by the governor's chief press secretary, Mustafa Mohammed said the governor gave the directive while on an inspection visit at the Tamburawa water treatment plant as part of the governor's statewide tour of water treatment plants across the state. The directive is part of efforts by the Abba Kabir Yusuf's administration to safeguard critical water infrastructure and prevent any form of destruction from the effective production and supply of potable water to residents. The governor stressed that unchecked sand mining activities pose a serious threat to the functionality of water treatment facilities, potentially undermining government investments aimed at ensuring sustainable access to clean and safe drinking water. He further stressed that the need for strict monitoring and enforcement of regulations to ensure that such activities do not compromise the integrity of water resources and treatment processes.
This is unfortunate, and we must be able to address this issue squarely so that once and for all, by the grace of Allah, the issue of water scarcity to the best of our ability will be addressed in Kano.
Governor Abba Yusuf assured of sustained commitment to improving water supply across Kano State, calling on all relevant stakeholders to cooperate with government in protecting vital public utilities for the benefit of all. Mania Osibi, Asset Television News.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan have issued a strong call for national unity, institutional reforms and economic transformation, warning that Nigeria's future depends on collective responsibility and a democracy that delivers tangible results. Both leaders, who spoke at separate high-level engagements on Thursday, converged on a more common message. Nigeria stands at a critical crossroads and requires urgent coordinated action from citizens, leaders and institutions. At a policy event in Abuja organized by the Goodluck Jonathan Foundation, Jonathan underscored the need to align democracy with economic growth to ensure its sustainability. He warned that democracy both globally and in Nigeria faces increasing pressure from economic hardship, insecurity and declining public trust. According to him, elections alone are insufficient without transparent institutions and policies that foster innovation and enterprise. A fierce overnight assault on a military base in Benishek, Borno State, has left several soldiers and terrorists dead, with conflicting accounts emerging over the fate of a senior army commander. The Defense Headquarters confirmed that terrorists launched a coordinated attack on the 29th Task Force Brigade headquarters at about 12:30 a.m. on April 9, 2026. According to military authorities, troops under Operation Hadin Kai mounted a strong resistance, repelling the attackers with what was described as superior firepower and professionalism. The DHQ stated that the insurgents were forced to retreat in disarray after a decisive counter-attack led by the Brigadier General Oseni Brema. It, however, acknowledged that some soldiers were killed during the encounter, paying tribute to their sacrifice and bravery. While the military confirmed casualties, it neither verified nor denied reports that Brigadier General Brema was among those killed. Justice Peter Lifu of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on Thursday sentenced the Boko Haram victim Ali Kolu to 9 years imprisonment after over a decade in detention, but ordered his immediate release. Kolo, who was shot in the right leg by Boko Haram insurgents in Borno State while attempting to report their activities to the military, was found guilty of failing to disclose information about the terrorist group to security agencies. He was arraigned by the federal government on 4 counts but pleaded guilty to a single charge bordering on concealment of information on terrorist activities. The prosecution counsel, David Kaswe, told the court that the defendant in 2017 failed to relay information on insurgents' activities to the military or any security agency, contrary to the provisions of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2013. Kashwe, a deputy director in the Federal Ministry of Justice, tendered the defendant's extrajudicial statement and an investigation report, both of which indicted him. The exhibits were admitted without objection from defense counsel A.O. Osman. The prosecution subsequently urged the court to impose a 10-year jail term on the defendant, citing his guilty plea and confessional statement. However, Kolo told the court that he was attacked and shot with an AK-47 rifle while on his way to report the insurgents, leaving him hospitalized and unable to fulfill the obligation. His counsel pleaded for leniency, arguing that his failure to report the terrorists was due to circumstances beyond his control. In his judgment, Justice Livu agreed that the defendant failed to report the activities of the insurgents, but held that the omission was influenced by factors beyond his control. The judge sentenced him to 9 years imprisonment, but ruled that the sentence should take effect from 2017, where he was first detained. The Central Bank of Nigeria said strong governance and risk discipline are critical to the success of Nigeria's ongoing bank recapitalization program. Director of Risk Management Department and Chief Risk Officer at the CBN, Dr. Blaise Ijebo, said this on Thursday at a virtual risk management roundtable organized by the Association of Enterprise Risk Management Professionals. The event, convened in Lagos, had the theme Recapitalization, Mergers and Acquisition in the Nigerian Financial System, minimizing risk and maximizing opportunities for greater post-recapitalization value. Ijebo, represented by Director Olabanji Samuel, said the recapitalization exercise was a macro-financial stability intervention designed to strengthen the resilience of financial institutions and position the sector for sustainable growth. Asset TV will be back after the short break. Stay tuned.
On Mining Matrix with Mania, we dig deep on solid minerals, steel development, energy transition, global mining market trends, technology, disruptions, conflicts, and opportunities in the sector. Join me every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on Asset Television to discuss, analyze, and proffer solutions to challenging critical issues in Nigeria's mines and steel development. On Mining Matrix with Mania, we dig deep on solid minerals, steel development, energy transition, global mining market trends, technology, disruptions, conflicts, and opportunities in the sector. Join me every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on Asset Television to discuss, analyze, and proffer solutions to challenging critical issues in Nigeria's mines and steel development. On Mining.
Welcome back from the break. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has announced that candidates who registered for the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination can now print their examination notification slips. The board disclosed this in a statement signed by its public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, on Thursday in Abuja. Benjamin said the examination would commence on April 16, urging candidates to print their slips to confirm their examination date, venue, and time. He advised candidates to visit the board's website and click on 2026 UTME slip printing to access and print their notification slips. According to him, Candidates are encouraged to print the slips early and familiarize themselves with their examination centers ahead of the examination date to avoid inconvenience. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention said Lassa fever fatalities have risen sharply in 2026, in spite of a decline in new confirmed cases in the latest reporting week. The NCDC, in its Epidemiological Week 13 report on Thursday in Abuja, disclosed that 167 deaths have been recorded so far within the year. The Nigerian Public Health Institute says the case fatality rate is 25.2%, significantly higher than the 18.5% recorded during the same period in 2025. According to the report, 26 new confirmed cases were recorded in week 13, a decrease from 51 cases reported in the previous week. The cases were reported across 7 states: Edo, Bauchi, Ondo, Taraba, Ebonyi, Benue, and Kaduna. The chairman of Lobby Stars Football Club of Makurdi, Simon Ikia, said the club's sole target is to gain promotion to the Nigerian Professional Football League 2026-2027 season. Ikia stated this while addressing newsmen in Makurdi on Thursday regarding the club's progress during the just concluded Nigerian National League season. Ikia took over the reins of the club mid-season. He said the team did their best but narrowly missed out on returning to the NPFL as the club finished second in NNL Conference behind Doma United of Gombe. The chairman said that many challenges, including playing home matches away from Makurdi, an overbloated squad, and legal issues, among others, scolded the team's efforts to achieve its goal. And that is the size of our package at this hour. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles for more news updates. On behalf of the news crew, I'm Emanuela Akwaya.